have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll return it. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. So Virginia's offense will have the football first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page. Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see. Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents? They'll move the wide receiver. Quick catch on third down. It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season. They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team. Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions. The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it. Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad. Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program, knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Gators are on the move. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, man, look out! Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Going for it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Not taking a knee, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
When you hear about run blitzes, this is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him, he's got a rhythm going, he's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Quarterback on the keeper. A 6-yard pickup that leaves him with 3rd and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense.
He's got it, first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period will be a second down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches tonight.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line down front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. From the shotgun, the inside give. Some runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Gators will have it first and 10. The give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You know, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass. And you just saw the speed off the edge by that DN.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throwing right. Finds his man. It's Wilson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Gators send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
So now it's second and long.
Love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. To the air on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Booker. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan. I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Finding an escape route. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that Sunday run.
He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
And the Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Got his man. Gets away from one, finds room. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last.
And they will score! Touchdown, Cavaliers!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Booker. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They'll try to snap it quickly. Wants to throw it. On target. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Bringing the heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Cavaliers will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. You know, it's not just about pushing forward. You've got to find that little crevice that'll let you get to the first down mark.
Yeah, where's the old Bush push play? USC Notre Dame. It's famous now. You need a guy behind you helping you get that first down. We need more teamwork here between this QB and running back.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the single back. Finds some fresh air. Gashing the knee on the right. Touchdown, Virginia.
defense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
28, Florida, 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Line gets set. First down. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
28, Florida, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Got his man quickly.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, we'll take that throw all day.
And the Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
They go to the ground. And some room to work. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
The Cavaliers have this offense rolling. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly, go out, pull it. Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cavaliers. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Florida, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
To the ground. He's got it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Booker. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down. Finds a tight end. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Searching forward on the sneak. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try.
Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal. They're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Florida, 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Booker. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to sling it on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
And the most important thing is the clock ticking for this defense. But you get a stop right here on 4th down, and this ball game is over. So one big stop, and you end this thing.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 was already for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jones wants to throw it. Quickly complete. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And the Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Booker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Now on 1st down from the 28. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here's a heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass. Big 4th down and short. You got to get this 1st down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
Grab near the marker. It's Montgomery. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Now the play fake. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burner's. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive. Great place to start for this offense. Jones to throw. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. That will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get